Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm live, brought to you from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. How are you guys? Comment so that I know you guys are there and that there's no problem with connection and everything. Let me adjust everything. Hi. Calucetit. I can't read. Wait on. Hello. What's up, guys? It's so hot here in Japan. It's supposed to be rainy season, but hi guys. Oh, you hear me? That's good. Agent latte, as in coffee. Hello, pudding. Why does everyone's name sound so yummy? Tiny socks. Oh, I see. Hello, weeb. Familiar names. Good. So it's supposed to be like rainy season here, but it's been sunny each day, and we're like melting here. And but it rains at night, like intensively. Like it's a focused rain, so it's actually dangerous, because a few years ago in my prefecture there was a massive rain and it affected people's houses and so on. I think people died, not sure, but like it's really intense. So it can be, yeah. Hi Jay Ran. Hi Nate. Review. Can you see my post? YouTube might be shadow banning me. I can see your comments. Yeah, shadow banning is something like, I feel like, is there a shadow ban on Facebook? Because every time, especially like links, like article links are like, it's still better. But when I post videos on Facebook, any kind, not just mine, but any kind of videos I upload on Facebook or just share the link, and then it doesn't get reactions from people. Like it's not like my videos are disliked. I do have supporters here in Japan, and I post stuff in Japanese on Facebook mostly. And somehow my YouTube, like when I share my YouTube links on Facebook, it doesn't get reached. I feel like if I upload like my face picture or something, it's like gets popular, but my videos are, I feel like I could be shadow banned, but I don't know the mechanism or algorithm. Yeah, konnichiwa, Filipino. Hi. In California. Yeah, but see, when I have visited America twice. I went to no, let's do it chronologically. When I was turning 20, I went to Virginia, and that's when I got to visit Washington, D.C. briefly as well. And it was in the middle of summer. And the next time I went was California, and it was around Thanksgiving. And when I visited the first time, it was in the middle of the summer, like really, 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 really hot. But the hotness was different from here, because here it's really, really humid, and that's what like kills you basically. Like you're like, oh, like it's like a sauna, But Hong Kong was way hotter though than Japan, of course. Like it's way southern. So, but here in summer, so humid, and a lot of Westerners suffer here, But when I visited Virginia, or when I went to Washington, D.C., it was hot, but it was just burning hot. And I was like, like this is the hotness? Like it was very interesting. Like it's so different. And I was like, I could bear in this, but not the hotness here. It's so funny though, because I'm basically native here, but I can't stand in our own climate. But yeah. Oh, Facebook banned you twice? Yeah, Facebook actually bans me often. I mean, like it's not like a ban, but it's a temporary restriction. So sometimes I get the restriction from my post from like 2013. Like it's like 7 years later you get restrictions by that, and usually I get restricted for a week or so, or sometimes 3 days out of nowhere. It's so random, suits my name, Random Yoko. But and the last time it was interesting because it said that I cannot go live on Facebook for 90 days. I never go live, so it didn't mean anything to me, but yeah, things like that. So hello from California. Lots of Californians. Did you know that? Is there still there? グレンデールはカリフォルニアだったよな。Grain or Glendale? I forget. Glendale is California, right? I'm not sure if it's still there, but it's supposed. I believe there was a comfort women statue standing in that place. And comfort women issue is such a controversy between Japan and South Korea. So why do San Francisco and Los Angeles have Korean comfort women statues? Yeah. See, I was talking about it. Yeah, it's what's his name? Mike Honda. There was a politician named 下院議員っていうことは lower house っていうのかなCongressman Mike Honda. He's such a a あれは何
Former congressman.
Former congressman. 親中派pro-China and pro-South Korea. And there was such a congressman in California, and he helped so much with the comfort women statues. And he's the one that support team up with those people and do anti-Japan propaganda. And America, Japan, Australia, and India, friends. Yeah, Friends remind me of the title of the sitcom Friends. I've never seen it, but I started to watch How I Met Your Mother. Oh, I love Ted. He's so funny. And the Robin is so hot. Like, I'm of course straight, but she's so beautiful. Like, wow, you never get that sort of beautiful women here in Japan. Seldomly. I don't think, like, that's very Western. Like, the hot chicks here are like, we have different definitions. I actually struggled with the dating here in Japan because for Japanese men, I'm too strong. Like, you guys like me for being outspoken, straightforward, and so forth. That's like a taboo here in Japan. Women are supposed to be like so conservative and quiet and just, I'm the opposite. So my man right there, sitting right there, he's the only one that can stand me. And that's why I think almost, except for my first one, all my boyfriends were actually American or Mexican. Yeah. Okay. Let me see your comments. You're funny. Come to Arizona. 110 last week. That sounds so severe because here in Japan we use Celsius, and I believe you guys use Fahrenheit. But it's like double the score. Like, it's so much, like when it's hot here, it's like 30 something Celsius. So like the number is so different. So we're like, whoa, every time we see the Fahrenheit. Americans use such a weird units, like I thought that Japan was the weird one because I didn't know the standards, but I realized later that it's America, or I don't know where else, but you guys use like what, feet and like all these weird things. Okay. Anyway, hello from Oregon. I hear Oregon is such a beautiful nature and so on, but was something about Portland, Oregon. Did they try to establish a zone, like an autonomous zone? I feel like I heard that you need to go to a Trump rally in real life. I want to, but I actually want to visit America, but the COVID-19 is like, tearing us apart. Yeah, Trump senpai, I bet it's so different to be in the audience. The atmosphere and everything. Oh, you saw my going live notice. That's cool. Thank you, Ted. Oh, your name is Ted. I was just talking about a character named Ted and how much I love the character. Yoko, is the Japanese film industry left-wing like Hollywood? Yes. Film industry, 日本の映画界、左翼だね。Yeah. Very left. So, and what's funny is that some of the actors or actresses show up on the newspaper of our Communist Party, the Japanese Communist Party. They have their newspaper. We often see, people from like a film industry or just, I don't know if musicians, but you get the idea. So, and mostly old people, though, I feel. Oh, is this person like trolling? Because I think what I can do is this. Okay. Yes, they were going to try that in Portland. That's good. Oh, by the way, I heard about a Black Lives Matter leader in New York. I forget where, but somebody, like some BLM leaders said that they're now onto Jesus Christ statue. I really hope that's not the case, because that's like real war. Like I thought that Black people believe in Jesus Christ and Christianity too. So like, how can that, like Christianity, how can that be like a white supremacy thing? Tenzing. Oh, hi, I'm your new subscriber. Yay! Thank you so much. Glad when I get a new subscriber. Jeffrey, my wife is Japanese. Ooh, nice. I wish she was more conservative. She seems to be conservative as far Japanese issue, but not so much for American issue. Ooh, that's interesting. But there's the hope, though. If she understands the conservative values here, then you only have to connect the dots, right? Brazil. Cool. Thank you for your hard work. Oh, thank you. Your wife is from Fukuoka? Whoa, that's cool. Yes, I'm from Fukuoka. Hello, friend. The BLM leader is a hello, friend. The BLM leader is a Marxist. Marcus? I actually don't know the pronunciation. I was looking that up earlier and I still couldn't get it. Marcus. Marxist. いや、わかんだけど、そんなわかんないんだよ。Marxist, I think. Oh, just getting a notification that I'm getting some gift from me. I ordered something, so possibly it might go like ding dong. Okay. I am from Poland. Wish us luck in our upcoming presidential elections this 28. Whoa, cool. I do that. Whoa, which language is that? Cool. Tenjin-san. I believe Tenjin is the name of Tibetan. Oh, wrote somewhere. Oh, you're Tibetan. Yay! My husband and I, we have lots of Tibetan friends. and we support Tibet. Oh yeah, we went to Dharamsala. Yeah, yesterday, last year, and we went to the CTA area of Dharamsala as well, where the CTA, for those who don't know, it's a central administration of Tibet. That's CTA, Central Tibetan Administration. Okay. And oh yeah, we got to see His Holiness like really close and took a picture together. His Holiness the Dalai Lama for Westerners. Yeah. And so Marxism is, yeah, like the leaders are all believing that communist thing, from Black Lives Matter. I read that the founders of BLM, they are trained Marxists. I am having a hard time pronouncing, but yeah, they believe in that and they're trained, so they know how to organize all these protests and so forth. And also somebody else from BLM talked about communism too, so I am planning on making a video on that. So yeah, Marcus, someone tried to Marxist. I'll practice. Okay. Yes, BLM leader is a communist. Yoko, what is your opinion of Shintaro Ishihara? Oh, I loved his book, The Japan That Can Say No. Ooh. Let's ask my husband. He said the book is very old. Oh, my husband said that he's read the book like a long time ago. Yeah. My husband and I, we actually belong to the party that he created. So, yeah, and now it's all gone. ないよね。希望の塔もうない。そうか、その系統だ。Yep. If you have any questions, let me know. You deserve to meet Trump. He should invite you to the White House. Yeah, please. I'm the only conservative person from here in Japan that is making videos in English. So, isn't that weird? Like, of course, our population is only 1/3 of the population of America, but still, that's many people. And even though the conservative is the minority here, there are lots of people engaged in the political field. And I bet that there are lots of people that do understand English, but they're focused on the analysis and they don't, they don't have the idea, like it's a new thing to interact internationally, I guess, like especially thanks to the internet. So people here, like, professor level people, they understand English and also the politics in general, but they don't like interact with people overseas. So that's interesting. Sorry for my sore throat. Hello from Bahamut from Texas. Yay! I want to go to Texas. Oh, you should get the hat. Speaking of Texas, oh, ding ding ding. This is my husband's old hat. Says something, I don't know. Wait, made in Australia, it says. USA. It's not USA. What? was not expecting that. It says something here too. I don't know. This is a screenshot time, guys. I laugh and this is like so funny. I don't know what Texas people do, but hey y'all. I don't actually know that southern accent. I should learn. I have a Make America Great Again hat too, but only that one. I don't have the Keep America Great hat. But Brenda Miyako, love the hat. Thank you. This is actually my husband's, but yeah. You love Texas, though the weather is pretty hot where I live. I bet it is. Ooh. Maybe I should go like, when it's in spring or fall, maybe. I don't like the coldness too. So yeah. Anyway. Communist is one party rule. They are all socialists. Even Hitler was socialist. Yeah. What's interesting about Hitler, though, I believe he was chosen through the democratic system. So, yeah, that's scary. That's that shows how scary it is. Like, so that actually reminds me of what's happening in South Korea right now. In South Korea, their president right now is named Moon Jae-in. So President Moon. He is pro North Korea and he's a communist actually and very pro China as well. And yeah, and even though President Moon from South Korea was chosen by the election, he is destroying the country right now, just like how Obama did to America. So gradually he is like changing South Korea into more and more like North Korea, and he really dreams of unifying the peninsula. And the interesting part is that North Korea kind of looks down on South Korea. But speaking of North Korea, though, North Korea has been suffering, it seems, that economically, especially, or any lines. I think that all the things that they have inside of North Korea, they were getting from China, basically, I believe. So, but due to COVID-19, they had to shut down the border like right away. So, yeah, it said that what's like people are starving and there are lots of infected people inside of North Korea. That's what I hear in Japan. Yeah, and speaking of border, there is a clash or conflict going on between India-China border. And there are Indian side lost 20 soldiers in the clash. So really, it's interesting how many enemies the Chinese Communist Party has. China is in big trouble, and I am so glad though. Like, it's so scary that China is this powerful, but at least American people, like both, like it doesn't matter which side you're on, like politically, but American people in general all have wakened up about China. So that's the hope that we are feeling here in Asia. Let me read your comments. Marxism. Marxism. I'll practice, okay? It's funny though, the reason why I can speak like this, like in English, of course, it's still broken. Like when I make videos, I reshoot like many times. So like, when in my usual videos, I'm so fluent, but in order to polish my English, I actually practice a lot, like the same word many times, or even for gestures. I remember back in university days, I had like American friends, right? And sometimes they would make like weird faces, like or like they have this American expression. So I go home, standing in front of the mirror, and I'm like, look at myself. I'm like, practice. How do I make this face? And like, I use like different muscles that I had never used, and that's like, to me, that's part of American English. Like your face, your gestures, everything is English, American English. So you have no idea how much goofy efforts that I've made. Okay. Who gave me the super chat? Weeb Rat, thank you. What is your opinion of Otoya Yamaguchi, who assassinated Inejiro Asanuma on Japanese television? I heard Miyazaki saved Japan by doing this in 1963. Good that my husband is here.
写真見たことあるよ。俺から見せてもらったことあるよ。
ステージで刺してる。So I believe that's the only case that the right wing, Otoya さんは right wing じゃない。17 years old Japanese right wing got on the stage of like socialist party. No. Oh, there were different party people on stage, and this 17-year-old boy got on the stage and stabbed the socialist man. Yeah, speaking. Committee, the top of the committee of Socialist Party, and died. Yes. And the 17-year-old boy that stabbed the socialist, he died too. And what do we think about that? どう思いますか？
純粋な青年だったってことね。
My husband says he was a pure boy.
そして日本の右翼の伝統として相手を殺して自分も腹を切った。まあ実際刑務所で首をつったり。
So traditionally, like traditional right wings do this, I guess, but so the boy stabbed the socialist to death. So after that, he killed himself in prison. So that's the Japanese side, you know, that if you take another person's life, or like if you do something that like in a way outrageous, you take the responsibility by ending your life. Yeah. Okay. Robert says, I feel like, I hope that answers your question. I feel like my country is being destroyed. I have a 4-year-old girl, and I'm a bit terrified. The culture war combined with the violence, I really don't know what to do. Expect next. What's next for USA? Yeah, I bet it's really dangerous. Like, it's so hard to raise children now in the US, I feel, unless you're like in the like around here. Like, I bet that like these parts, like the middle America is safer or not. I have no idea. Like America is so huge that, yeah, I can't even imagine. Like it's the same country, but the culture or the characteristics of, you know, like a local community, I bet it's so much different. So it's hard to define. So I have to know what I'm talking about and so on. But yeah, but didn't BLM protests or riots, didn't it spread to the entire states though? And that's the crazy part, because I can't picture like in those riots or protests happening in like a really conservative state. So too much self-guilt from people who think the US is evil. Yeah, what's up with that? like, but clearly though there are evil-minded people inside of the US, and those are the ones that are rioting right now. So it's so crazy. Like, how do you not see yourself in the mirror? That's what I feel. It's I feel that this is my personal opinion, but that shows the rioters show that they have no spiritual or religious beliefs. That over here in Japan, we are not taught much of religious stuff, but culturally we are conservative. So from when I was little to now, I always feel like I'm being watched by not just by people, but by the invisible things, the spirits and so on. I feel like I'm always watched, so I'm like, like I can't do stuff like bad stuff. And if I, for example, steal something or loot from the community or something, I would feel really guilty of that. But some people don't feel that way. So that's part of the reasons why I believe that religion is important. Yeah, he was a true samurai or the Otoya. yeah. Everyone. Oh wait, I was reading but I lost it. Miyako, I feel that the leftist ideology is their religion. Oh, that's so true. That's a good point. Because like if you look at the Chinese Communist Party, for example, they believe that what they're doing is correct, and they say that they're against all religions, but what they're doing is pretty religious. Like, yeah, it's like a cult. Yoko, how are the Jesus and Bible movies going? Do you still like them? We haven't watched anything after that. We watched a different kind, Malcolm X, and maybe なんかキリスト教系の映画とか何見たっけ? Okay, so we watched Passion. We watched Passion of the Christ, and Moses. Ten Commandments. Yeah. And Ben-Hur. We watched that. Yeah. And that's all for now. So we do want to watch more. Like some of you recommended even the cartoon or anime version movie. So but my husband has seen a lot more by himself, so I need to catch up. And yeah, it's just so like eye-opening when I watch like Christian movies, or like when I learn about like Christianity or even like Islam, like other religion. When I hear about other religions, and that's like I have like aha moments, like, oh, like that's what it means. Like finally I'm an adult, so I can digest information. Finally. John Wayne Airport, they're changing the name. Oh, so my husband is talking about John Wayne Airport and how the BLM people are trying to change the name. Let me know if you know anything about it, because I haven't seen the news yet. Oh, renegade the fuck. Thank you. Leftism is a religion. It is why they are so powerful. Yes, they refuse to compromise. Yeah, that's interesting. The right needs to reconnect with spirituality. I agree. It's cool you are studying religion. I became Catholic a while ago. Oh, really? Wow. I didn't see the part coming. That's cool. It's really important that we identify, ourselves religiously. And I feel like, I used to think back in the day, like when I didn't understand a thing about politics or religion in general, I thought that having a belief in like a certain religion would mean that I would create conflicts with other people with other beliefs. But now, because the world has lost beliefs, like spiritual or religious beliefs, I feel like those who have these beliefs, or we get to get connected, more. It's interesting that the religious people in general, like whatever the religion is, we feel each other more than non-believers. So that's something that I thought was interesting, like, coming to realize all this religious stuff. Yoko, name a Japanese politician that you or your husband cannot stomach. Stomach? Belly? What? Like what? I can't. Sorry, I don't understand the English. Oh, thank you for the super chat. DD Raptor. Hi, Japan's thoughts on Hong Kong security law right now. Japan's thoughts. My husband is the expert. どう思いますか？
まず自分の我々がやってること言えばいいじゃん。
So,
国制度は終わりだ。
so Hong Kong national security law means that it's, especially because it's coming directly from CCP, it means the end of one country, two systems. And it means that the CCP are now imposing one country, one system, which is dictatorship towards Hong Kong. And that is not based on anything. There's no legal background. So we are strongly opposing to that. But our country is so weak though. So our politicians are part of the alliance network, in international alliance network. Is it like IPACT or something that they have? Like Marco Rubio is like inviting everyone, and they have the alliance. And there are Japanese National Diet members that are in that, but all they are doing is collecting signatures, and that's really weak. What we need to do is sanctions, like how America is doing. I believe Pompeo announced that like something about entering America, like なんだっけな、ポンペオが発表したのなんだっけな。There was some new move. I forgot what it was, but so I'm really hoping that Japan wakes up more. Oh, Bahamut, gotta go now. Wish I can stay, but need to work. Thank you. Bye bye. Learn about the Crusades and the Knights Templar. My husband seems to have an idea.
十字軍とか、騎士団についてやろ。私は知ってます。
Oh, my husband is familiar with that, so I'll have him lecture me. Are you basically a Japanese Lauren Southern? Lauren Southern, I believe, is an activist or a journalist. なんかそういう有名な人がいる。なんか若い子。浪人税に2018って書いてある人。I don't actually know her very well. I think I have seen a video before, but I'm not actually familiar with the lady. The Try Barabbas, starring Anthony Quinn, great movie. Gotta take the note on that. Oh, and someone else said I wouldn't describe her that way, as in Lauren. Huh. Interesting. Lots of Japan people hate Jesus Christ. Oh, do you know why, Yoko? 日本人がイエス・キリスト嫌い? My husband said, "No way! I've never heard I've never heard it before." According to my husband. Yeah, I don't hear.
日本中でクリスマスを祝いしてる。
Christmas. So in Japan, we celebrate Christmas and anything, even Easter and so on. That like Japanese people love everything and everyone. So yeah, like the New Year days, like towards the end of the year and New Year's days, we celebrate lots of different religions. One day we're celebrating Christmas, and when our year's ending, we do the Buddhist stuff, right? And then when the New Year comes, we go Shinto, and it's like different religion one after another. So, but that's like overall though, that's Japanese culture and Japanese religion. So, but so considering that though, really, again, like we come from another country, Japan, right? But we love all this, like we enjoy and embrace the greatness of other religions and so on, or even like other races, right? Like white people, black people, whoever, like Asians, like we love like all different kinds of things and appreciate that all. But so with the premise, when we look at what's going on in America, like hating on their own history, it's so bizarre. Like it's so like we're like, why? Right? Like how can you hate your own country that much? That's crazy. Because I understand that the narrative that the leftist is using, the victimhood, I understand that, but the reason why America is the way they are now, like there are lots of black people that are in the industry, like lots of different kinds, like sports and business, and even the president. We have you had Barack Obama and all these sorts of things, and that is based on all the hard work of the black people back in the day that they somehow endured in whatever situation they were in, and that today was brought by those sacrifices. That's how I view from another country. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone, but that's how I view. And so then that's something that you should be thankful and appreciate. That it really sucks that like any race though is sacrificing all our ancestors, and we are just thankful, right? Like Japan, for example, we lost lots of lives every time we went into war, and the one we had with America, like lots of women and children died, and it's horrible when we think about that. But because of the all like everything combined, we are here today, and all we can do is just not forget about what happened and study why these things had to happen, so that we don't make we don't bring the same kind of situation ever again. So that's part of the reason why I reach out to Americans, because I believe that understandings will create peace. And so like leftists here, for example, they bring all this like vicious ideas about America, actually, that they talk about how we should cut ties with the US and so on, and they never talk about their replacement idea though, which is that they actually want to they want to be on the side of China. So we see through that though. So we're calling out on all these pro-China people. And speaking of pro-China, what's up with Biden? Yeah. Right before I came on live today, I saw Japanese version of this. It's like alternative media talking about Biden's remark recently, talking about 120 million people died from COVID-19, and Japanese people are all reacting like, what the heck, so that's interesting. The pro-China people are dumb like that. My husband is getting tired. Okay. And me read your comments more. So 45 minutes now, so I will go in 15 minutes, I think. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Is this the wrong one? Michael Pierre, the protesters have become rebels. Yes, Biden is senile. Sorry, I don't know difficult words, but yeah, protesters, like, they're so into their world. The impression that I get from those protesters in the US is that they have watched too many TV shows or American movies and so on, that they are in the zone of this, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to articulate that, but it's why, like, I if I think about their logic, what they're saying is that they want democracy, right? Basically, they're basically bashing President Trump for being a fascist. So they want to bring a democracy, but they are breaking the democracy standards or premise of the United States today. So, like, what they're saying and what they're doing contradict, in my opinion. And but they justify everything because this is a revolution, right, for them. But the weird thing is that I don't see the end goal of this revolution. That I understand that they want to change something, but change to what, right? So all I see is hatred and victimhood and destruction in general. And I'm like, what are they trying to do, right? So, like, it's like I just got a picture in my head, like, oh, so now they are like vandalizing and they are attacking on white people, and now I pictured like, oh, they will eventually lock up all the white people and so on, just like Hitler did to the Jewish people. That they will probably put all they don't like into like a prison type of like a concentration camps, and that's like what would happen, I feel. So I don't know why they can justify those. Okay, what else? Biden is a CCP bootlick moron. Whoa. Yeah. Why is Biden so pro-China though? I wonder. Like, why? For money? Or I don't know why, like, some people, like, is it like a bribery? Or I hated Roosevelt. He was a demon. Yeah. Not popular here at all. だから not popular. Yeah. He's really hated here in Japan. But my husband used the expression now that あいつの名前なんだっけ、フルの名前。二人いるじゃん、ルーズベルト。Franklin Roosevelt was the puppet of communists. Yes, and that's our understanding now among conservatives here in Japan. If you do not go along with the crowd, you're attacked. Yeah, isn't it crazy? That's not like they're doing the peaceful protest, and that's what happens. If you don't agree with the peaceful protest, then you get attacked. Like, what the heck? Just reading on your comments, okay? they also want social capitalism. Yeah. So weird. Oh, socialist reminds me of AOC, Alexandria. I even forget her name. AOC, Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah, I always. It's actually easy to explain how she is to Japanese people because we have our version of her here in Japan, who was supported by the Green Party, so like environmentalists, and also like really hardcore leftists, like radical leftists that are really violent. There is one former actor who is supported by that sort of like same kind of people as AOC, and their brain, the guy's brain people are very like their how they structure their logic and so on, and also the organization, like they're so organized when it comes to this guy, the front guy, and he's not a National Diet member right now, but his name is Taro Yamamoto, and he's really like AOC here in Japan. So I always connect them both so that I can explain back and forth.
24分にね、この人も4回目ぐらいから、ネイトワークス。
Oh, Nate. Yoko, what Japanese politician do you or your husband hate? Who do we hate? I hate. I almost said everybody, but I think leftists are leftists anyway, and so I don't really think about that. What I hate really is those who pretend to be conservative, but that are not. So inside of LDP, for example, LDP is Liberal Democratic Party, and that is one of the governing parties right now in Japan. And LDP also is the party of Prime Minister Abe. And inside of his party, there are lots of pro-China people, but it's difficult for Japanese people to identify the party anymore because the face or the head of the party is again Shinzo Abe, our prime minister, and he is recognized as a conservative here. So because he's coming on front, we misunderstand that the party must be conservative, which is wrong. So it's like Nabakari no Kyowato, a rhino. It's like rhino situation going on here in Japan about LDP version. So my enemies, I think, are actually inside of LDP because they decide all the policies and so on. Leftist politicians are just there doing their job. Whatever the governing side does, they'll be just go like and they oppose, and the opposing performance is good enough for them to be re-elected. Like their supporters love it when they are going around, right? So that's all they have to do. So I'm not too worried about that. What I'm worried about is those pro-China or pro-North Korea type of people inside of our governing party. So, yeah. I hope that answers your question. Weeb asks, I know it's not my place as an American, but I believe Japan who should be able to have a big military like you had during the World War II. The self-defense force is good, but I feel Japan deserves more. Thank you. Yeah, President Trump said something like that too, that he went even beyond and talked about nuclear weapon, even that Japan should. Did he ever correct that his own words? But yeah, conservative people in Japan want to have our own military instead of like self-defense force, with like full of limitations, and we can't even cooperate with other forces like overseas. So I mean, now it's like we had some changes, minor changes, so we can kind of cooperate, but it's not like a real enemy, and no, not the enemy, real military. So yeah, and the real problem is the budget for us, though. That even what's binding our military, no, self-defense force is the constitution that we have, right? But at the same time, there are things that we can still do even we don't revise our constitution. There are still things such as like, we can increase our defense budget, and that would help us a lot. And yeah, like right now we have some systems in which missiles go into, like it's a missile system, for example, and then there's a system installed locally, and then we don't have the bullets because we don't have enough budget. Like some things are so like it's so wrong here in Japan. And I think though, like we believe that we need to start from boosting our economy. So everything is like, economy is the heart of a nation. So that's what we are trying to fix. But Abe administration, the current administration here in Japan, has raised our consumption tax twice, and our economy is really, really damaged by that. And on the top of that, COVID-19 started to spread here as well, and we didn't go like lockdown, but still it affected our economy like very massively. So yeah. China. Oh, super chat, Michael Pierre. Which other country would anyone trust with nuke? Which other country? What do you mean? Like, can Japan have? I think that as for Japan, though, Japan is we have the technology, I think, but the opinions, like public opinions, is people are so like allergic to like nuclear power in general. So even our energy plants, energy source, like even for like nuclear power plants, Japanese people are really, really against that. So, and that's actually part of what is affecting our economy negatively. So yeah, after the disaster in Fukushima Prefecture. Oh, Tenjin. Yoko, nice to see you, and thank you so much for your support on Tibet issue. Gotta go. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. We support Tibet, okay? We stand together. So thank you. Hope to see you again. Japan needs to stop regulations and stop the high taxes. Stop taxation. Taxation. Okay, I gotta learn how to read words. But yes, though, like people are getting more aware of like tax in general, and there are some like this expert here started to talk about the importance of lowering our taxes. So now more and more people are becoming aware, and he is connected to the tax organization. Again, I forgot the name, but I never remembered the name to begin with. But so he's connected to the tax people in America, like those who want to reduce tax. And so that's where he is getting the ideas from and so on. And so now he's spreading that in Japan. So that we believe that it's a good move, that finally we're starting to talk about, big government, small government, and so on. So Michael Pierre says that's why everyone should trust Japan with nukes. Oh, that's good then. Thank you. 117 Rebel. Yoko, do not lie. You Japanese have a secret army of millions of robots in underground bases. I wish we had. Oh, that would be so cool. Like Japan is a country of like robots, right? That's the impression. But I feel like China kind of, exceeded us in a way. I don't know. Like again, I think the industry though was severely damaged by the Democratic Party regime before Abe administration now. So like we had 3 years of Democratic Party administration and lots of our budget was cut. And that includes like high technology stuff as well. So yeah, Democrats are so like they are the problems in any, I don't know, I shouldn't say any, but at least for Japan and the US, they're the problems. Oh, it's now 1 hour, so I have to go. Man, normally I watch your live streams, but busy at work. I'll leave with Trump 2020. Yay! Thank you, Mason. Mason, what happened in Cuba? Thank you. Yeah, everyone is busy working. Isn't it at night though in America? But that's great that you guys are working so hard. This is my work, talking to you guys. So thank you so much for really listening to me. Like it means a lot, in many different ways. So, first time here. Thank you. Sarah. I apologize for not being able to pronounce your names, guys, but thank you. Okay. Oh, I guess this will be the last one. It's mentioned how much Japanese people are working, which seems to be the reason of extremely low birth rates. Would you agree with this, or do you see any chance that more young people want to have kids and family? That might be part of the reason why that we do overwork and we're so tired and we have to be at work all the time and we don't get to have the chance to meet other like opposite sex people. But that might be part of the reason. But at the same time, economy in general is just so bad that guys can ask girls out. So it's rather that we can't even, date, or like, Westerners now often talk about how guys in Japan, males are becoming more girly and so on. They often point that out, but that's because men cannot be men anymore because the economy is bad. So like back in the day, men could just work hard and earn money and buy stuff for girls. But now it doesn't work that way. We work so hard, we don't get a raise. So like everyone is really tough on our finance. So thank you guys. It's been an hour, so I think I have to call it a day. So thank you guys so much for coming out and talk to me. Okay. I'm gonna do this every week, and probably this time range on your Saturday, maybe depends on where you live, but this will be a series. So thank you again, guys, and I really enjoyed interacting with you. I'll make more videos in like normal videos. So okay, thank you. Gonna go now. Okay. Good night for you. I'm actually starting a day here. It's 2 almost 30 here in Japan. So thank you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye bye.